Assistant Police Chair at the Westwego Police Department. Early today, around 12:32 p.m., one of our officers was flagged down in the 700 block of Avenue D as in David. He was flagged down by a frantic male who appeared very upset, advised the officer that he pulled his 2015 Nissan Titan pickup truck in front of his residence. He then exited the residence to get food right quick for the baby, the 9-month-old infant that was in the rear seat, buckled in the car seat. Upon exiting the residence, he saw the vehicle speed off from the area. Another officer was flagged down by a delivery driver who was in the area as well, who indicated that the vehicle was driving very erratic down the 700 block of Avenue D towards the West Bank Expressway. It was being driven by a young black male with a white t-shirt. At approximately 2 p.m. this evening, received a call from JPSO. Naturally, all the agencies in the area were working this case. It went out on a boatload to everyone. That New Orleans received a call at 1:08 p.m. in reference to a found infant in a Holly Grove subdivision. Apparently somebody placed the child on the front porch of a residence. They knocked on the door and then left the area. The resident came to, found a 9-month-old, then notified the police. We sent detectives from our agency as well as the sheriff's office to the location, who identified the baby. It was the baby that was in the vehicle at the time that it was stolen, and the child now has been returned safely at home with his parents. Any questions?
What was it about when you hear a case like this unfold in Westwego?
Well, it's very gut-wrenching when you think about it, especially when you're talking about a small child. We look at preserving life and safety for everyone, and when something like that happens, it definitely is disturbing to everyone, and it becomes a priority on our list to make sure we could find that kid and get that crime solved.
Was the baby injured at all?
The baby was unharmed.
Were y'all able to find any type of evidence whenever y'all reconnected with the baby?
Evidence as far as what?
Any type of DNA type evidence that may have been left by the suspect?
That's all still in the works of being found. I tell you, we have it concrete right now. I don't know that as a fact right now.
For the suspect, do we know if the suspect is still at large?
The suspect is still at large, yes, ma'am.
Do we know an identity for him? Do we know who he is?
No, ma'am, we don't have any further information on him.
Did you guys just classify this as like a crime of opportunity, so to speak?
More than likely it was. He was in the area. The vehicle was running. The keys in the ignition, quite naturally, for it to be running, and he just jumped in and took the vehicle. Probably not realizing there was a 9-month-old in a car seat behind him.
What was it like in dealing with the father?
We was very upset, quite naturally. I'm sure if it was my 9-month-old, I'd be upset too.
Have y'all been able to obtain any surveillance video or anything like that?
We're still working on several things along those avenues right now.
What about charges? Potential charges? Potential charges for the suspect?
As of right now, we're looking definitely to kidnapping charge and a stolen vehicle.
So the child was missing for about 30 minutes or so?
For us, we thought it was about an hour and a half, but it was actually, the child was placed on a doorstep at just over half an hour, about 36 minutes after the crime occurred.
A lot of people in the area that I've spoken with say, you know, even though it was a terrible situation stealing the car, it's a good thing that the person dropped the baby off and that the baby wasn't home. Just if you could talk about that.
I agree with you. I'm glad he had some type of remorse, some type of morals to realize that, hey, this is not a good thing. The kid didn't do anything wrong, doesn't deserve to be in this position. And quite frankly, the child went on a ride around the metropolitan area for a few minutes.
Do you know if the dad had any guns or anything like that in the vehicle that this suspect might be looking to use?
He indicated he had a knife in the vehicle. As far as weapons, he didn't indicate any further than that. Any other questions? Thank you all. Y'all have a great day.
You too.